All right, cyber traders, welcome on back here this Thursday afternoon, shortly after 2:30 p.m. each and every afternoon, as always. Great to see all of our students here. Let's get a quick sound check to begin. Let me know if everyone can hear me loud and clear. It has been a whirlwind of a day today, up and down. Started the morning pretty early. Quick shout out to my dad, as if he's listening to me here today. He just got out of a little surgery, so he's doing well, but resting up. Great to see Michael, Linda, John, Phil, Roger, all of our students and members alike joining me here. And if you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, etc., on top at Cyber Trading You, be a friend to be a friend, tell a friend. Look to spread the good word of Cyber Trading University. Looking to follow the big orders out there within the market. And for now, NRBO to begin. I normally wouldn't be expecting a low float stock like this to be making such a nice run heading into the as I say that right there. Haha. Okay, well this makes our lives a lot easier actually seeing this big dump off right now. All right. Well, we're wiping our slate clean on this trade now at this point. I was going to say, normally to see a second win type of move like this on a low float stock, you don't really see a clean pop. So just before it was pushing back up and up and up, but then just another nasty dive. It failed to break higher, failed to even make that move for us to consider. And yeah, now at this point, this NRBO, done. We're not going to really focus on it here. If this for some reason makes like a fluke Hail Mary slingshot all the way back up, then at that point, I guess just get my attention, but we'll pass here for now. What we'll do is actually just go right from top to bottom. We've had a really good day today, a couple of good trades moving up right now. I know Mara was a great trade from earlier this morning, just plug from before too. The ALT stock has been a great runner, easy. And with that, let's just see what we got here. So, GRI, it looks like a little move right now, but it's that second win type of move, if anything, from earlier. So, these like low flow, cheap, low volume stocks, if they pumped up earlier in the morning, they're not really going to make a concise move here at this point. MINM, same deal. A lot of these stocks actually at the gainers list here at the top, below $1. I got to really weed through all of that crap. So CMPR, NXT, just want to check them out there briefly. LAES. This stock we've done pretty well on back from the beginning of this month, this year. Popped up from $1.50 up to $3.50. Just right now, though, lacking the momentum, not really doing a whole lot there on the 1 minute on the intraday, at least for the time being. Let's see what else we got. My Mara trade, yep, just stopped me out right there. Began to break lower, so PTGX, great chart, hell of a chart, actually. Love this chart. Order book is just way too skimpy. So, this PTGX, maybe it's earnings related. Looks like a really strong trade candidate just as a swing trade as well as a day trade. But for right now, just if it was more liquid, more orders out there, it would lead me to say there could be more people following it. And just because it's up 17, 18%, that doesn't guarantee for us to be, trading it, following it. So, I'm having a good day, but we'll pass there. ARQT, PXLW, this stock back from just yesterday and the day before, I believe, just ended up making a couple moves up and down and back up once again here this afternoon. We'll pull back now, but I don't mind it actually here. We don't really have any trades on our main watch list at all just yet. So for now, I'll just kind of slip the PXLW on there to begin in hopes of seeing a higher low soon from pretty much right around here. Oof, I'll tell you what, folks, looking down the rest of this gainers list here, not a whole lot that I was really too fond of. Nothing really I was like a huge fan of, at least. Maybe ARQT is kind of in the same ballpark as PXLW. It's holding kind of near the highs. This one maybe even a little bit better than PXLW. So, all right, ARQT, I'll slip on there too. We had the pot ETF and some of the pot stocks going up. Rich said that there wasn't really any news out on it. I was asking him just, if he was on Benzinga Pro at the time. MSOS is up 6+%. I could add this to our main list. Tilray is just way too much of a tease. Not a fan. CGC, I'm a lot more of a fan of this at least. This one's at least able to provide us a little bit more of a move up and down. And I say that really just from recent history, not even looking at this. Just back from September, October time, big pump from 4 up to 20. Tilray moved similar, but not really to that extent. So, MSOS CGC, this is an actual ticker, like a publicly traded company. The other one's an ETF, this MSOS, but I'll add both. All right, so SPY is kind of meddling around here sideways. Not a whole lot happening there. There's our CGC on the bottom of the gainers list, actually, right there on the very bottom left of the screen. ALT, it's up 5+%. Easy move up earlier this morning. Just right now, I'm not really too thrilled about it right now at this point. Looks a little slow. I mean, mine's slow, but we've seen the stock do and perform a lot better. So I'm just going to pass on this here. All right. So let's see if there's anything looking better, at least from the loser side. Again, market kind of going nowhere right now. So maybe there could be one or two good shorts. Or, you never know. HSAI, Peloton. Well, this definitely was a good short from earlier today. So actually, to rewind this back a bit, from $5 by the time the market opened up, really dropped off a lot more from there in pre-market. But by the time the market opened up, broke below 5, broke lower essentially at that point, and I mean, we've got to be pretty much at all-time lows at this stage, right? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much back from October, November, 428, 431, basically right there. All right, so you know what? In terms of seeing a short where a stock is pretty much right at all-time lows, I guess it did break it just earlier today, but still has a chance to try and creep lower there into the close. Uh, I wouldn't be really looking for a dead cat bounce as much. It's down 22%, but trend has been pretty steady on the way down long term, and of course from today. It also still is easy to borrow. So I feel like there's going to be some traders that try and jump in on that opportunity, perhaps. So I'll slip Peloton on our list. Aflac. Saw them with earnings this morning, a little expensive. BDN. SIGI. Ooh, just skipped over it there. The NYCB stock, I know Rich was calling that out quite frequent from earlier this morning. That also is a pretty good short, dropped off from basically like 650, like a buck down, and had a pretty good dead cat bounce ultimately from there. I wasn't really focused on the dead cat bounce going into the early afternoon, but now at this stage, even with that move up, I think now this could just be more exhausted at this point. Just definitely a lot more flat here of late. So we'll check back in on it tomorrow. NYCB, a good side list stock for tomorrow to close out the week at least. All right, folks. So give me what you got. Let me know if there's anything else looking good, up, down, left, right, more than 5%. I was hopeful to see Mara make a nice run higher off of 1850 earlier. I mean, that was just from the early to mid afternoon. Had a hell of a bounce at least earlier today, but just maybe there could be one more life left on this trade. But for now, I'm just going to keep this on our side list. Nothing really too special just yet on it. All right, so going once, going twice. Let me just check out Benzinga Pro lastly here. And hey, for all of us on social media, YouTube, Facebook Live, etc., just at Cyber Trading U once again. Just make sure that you're followed and subscribed on all of our social media streams and platforms. But if you're interested in joining us inside our live trading room, just scan that QR code on the top left of the stream with your phone, with your camera. Get you access for a week-long trial inside our live trading room. And we have a bunch of new members joining us right now coming off of our event from today. So I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer here when I say this, but as a new trial member, please don't look to risk anything just yet. Don't look to don't look to trade at any of our call outs. Focus on if anything, just focus on the chat board, but put yourself more in the passenger seat here for the weekend. You have the time to learn how to get this right and make this straight. It's just a matter of committing yourself to it, really learning how to follow the iceberg orders out there. Much like with anything that you're looking to master in life, you have to learn and study first, right? And I know a lot of us have a wealth of experience before taking a little trial of this room, but this is like a different sport. So we don't want you to be risking any money just yet until you become a student, go through the motions, go through the ropes, and really from there. All right. But hey, we're here to help you though. And if any questions that you have, feel more than free to just chat away in the main chat board. Myself, Rich, of course, Fausto, when he's here, we'll be able to assist and help you out. Absolutely. So really, not a whole lot that I was a fan of. Looking at Benzinga Pro, I guess FGen, for what it's worth, doesn't look like a bad chart. I didn't think it would be looking as good on the graph there from Benzinga Pro Scan, but it's right at the highs. It's up 15, 16%, popping now at least. So, you know what? I'll add FGen. Not a bad pick here. MINM. This is garbage. This is garbage. Fate. Ooh, look at this little move right now. Also, I like this trade. Up 10%. Has a little pep in its step. A little bounce just now pretty nicely. Good order book. All right. Couple last second stocks here that we'll add to our list. FGen and Fate. I like both of those. Jeff saying Mara back under, then back so under and over that 1850. Yeah, we'll see if it ends up making that move later on, Jeff. Hey, you know my stance on Mara. I love Mara. If it was up even more percentage wise, I would be more in, putting on the main special list. But if you do well on Mara day to day, you know who you are. So, of course, it's tradable, and I'd advocate for anyone to give it a good shot there in that case. It's like Tesla. Just, given the volatility of the stock, it's one that if you do well on it quite often, then again, you know who you are in this room. But if not, then hey, we got, I think, better trades even than Mara, in my opinion. I think FGen could be a great stock to follow first. You got the MSOS pot ETF, CGC with that as well. We got a few trades to work with, at least for the time being. So I will post and tweet the picks coming up, folks. So for Terrence, Wendy, Shankar, all of our students, Phil, Kathleen, Mark, Lewis, etc., you could tell I'm going from bottom to top on the participant list. So with that, I will be back on the mic just at 3 p.m. Eastern, folks, just wrapping us up going into the afternoon. Any questions that you got for me, just private chat me, just for Jeff, Roseanne, Sam, Roger, Linda, all of our students here. Feel more than free to private chat me just inside our trading room. Otherwise, just shoot me over a quick email, josh@c2trading.com. I incorrectly typed that out on YouTube right there. There we go. There's the handle. Any questions that you got for myself here? I mean, even before joining our trading room, just shoot me over a quick email, let me know. But we look forward to seeing you there momentarily. But hey, I'll be back on, though, just coming up in a bit, folks. Talk to you all soon.